Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at a warm and cool mist humidifier. And why do you need a humidifier? Well, there's quite a few reasons. If you live in dry climates or other allergic reasons, and even for better sleep at night. So let's open this thing up and see what it looks like. So this humidifier is made by a company called Elechomes, and it is a 6-liter capacity and able to produce 550 milliliters an hour of humidity with dual heat and cool. The heat is during the winter times when it's really cold, you can use the hot option, and during the summer you can use the cool, where it helps cool the environment, especially in dry climates. This is the box it comes in. It's a pretty decent sized box. You can see my hand here. There's a bunch more information here on the side. Definitely has quite a few features. All right, so let's get this thing open. So it looks like it's nicely foam padded inside. I'm just gonna flip this thing over. Let's flip it back and check it out, guys. This is a pretty unique looking humidifier. It's got like a pretty large reservoir here. You can see, I guess about 1.5 gallons. So the plug is about 4 foot long, and it's a 2-prong plug. On the bottom here, we have some information about the machine. So it does use up to 280 watts. It does have really nice little rubber feet that keep grip. So in the front, we can see these are our controls here. So we have on and off, timer, sleep, maximum, minimum, humidity level, I guess, and heating. On the top of the machine, we can see we have a couple nozzles, and they spin, so you can direct the humidity where you want it to go. So this lid just comes right off, and there's a tube there, and everything comes from the bottom, so you guys can see that. And we do have a handle here that pulls out the reservoir. So they do give you a big cap here that you can unscrew. And that's kind of nice. So our water goes through here down into the workings of the machine, and then this piece here looks like it's some kind of switch. Maybe when it runs out of water, it turns off. It looks like a magnetic switch. So yeah, this is pretty straightforward, just a canister here for the water. And so here on the machine, we can see that the water goes through here and then floats into some channels in here. And then it looks like it does its stuff and comes right up from the top, right here through this. So yeah, everything looks pretty straightforward concerning the hardware. So I do see a little diagram here that shows you to pull this thing out maybe here. Okay, and it appears to be some kind of filter of some sort. So putting it together is quite simple. So in the box, we also get an instruction manual here, which we're going to look through right quick in a second. And we also get a little brush, looks like to clean up some areas. 2 little filters, that's the ones we saw there on the side. And the remote control, which is really cool because you can control this thing from a distance, and you don't have to, go to the machine and press the buttons. You can just do it right here on the remote. Very cool. All right, so the manual is very nice and has very nice pictures explaining what everything does. The menus here, the buttons on the front of the machine, are all explained here, very detailed of what everything does. So very good instruction manual for sure. I actually figured out what the little filter here on the side is. I guess made for aromatherapy or whatever, to make the smell. Is if you use essential oils or whatever, you can, let's say lavender or whatever you like, you can put some drops on here and it'll actually, put it into the air. All right, so for the next part, I just need to put some water in here, take off this top piece, and it just comes right off. And then we're just gonna grab the container and we're going to fill it with water. But the way you fill it with water is you unscrew the big cap here on the bottom, fill it up with water, and then screw the cap back on, and then flip it around, and then we can put it on the machine. All right, guys, so I got the water, and I didn't fill it up all the way. Let's go ahead and set it on the machine. Should be as simple as putting it down in there. And yeah, we can see some bubbles because it's going down in there, so the air is coming up. So we're just going to put this venting cap on here on the top, and that's it. We should be ready to go. All right, so I'm going to turn it here to the front for now so you guys can see a little better the control panel. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this in. All right, as you can see, guys, we have a display here. So it's saying 40%, and that is the humidity in the room, which is actually higher than I thought it was here in this room. So 40% is still quite low. All right, so let's go ahead and push this power button and see what happens. All right, so there we go. The steam has started. Or the misting. I don't know if you guys can pick that up on camera. So there's 2 nozzles, and you can direct both of them, direction you want them to go. So I'm guessing the display is showing us here the speed. So maybe this is the speed selector. Let's try. Okay, that is. So this is slower, and you can really see that it's slowed down. And then this is medium. So we got low, medium, and then high. So the high really pumps out the humidity here. So you can see it's really, you know, misting away. It's quite a bit of mist here. So it looks like we're already at 43%. All right, so let's see how these other functions work here. We have timer. Let's go ahead and try that. Okay, so if we keep pushing timer, we can put it on the timer. Let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so it goes to 12 hours, looks like. So here we have a sleep button. Let's open our manual and see what the sleep does. Okay, so I guess the sleep makes the buttons quiet. So it gets rid of the display, and also when you touch the buttons, they don't beep. So it's kind of like a quiet mode. So that's pretty cool. All right, so you can see where our humidity levels are going up quite quick now. So it looks like this button here was our fan controls, but this one here is our humidity control maybe. Let's see. Okay, so this is where you want it to stop once it hits a certain threshold. So let's say once it hits 60% humidity, you know, you want it to cut off, and it's at 56 right now. So once it gets to 60, we'll see if it turns off. And here we have the heating option. So let's go ahead and click that. Okay, and this is the intensity of the heat. Well, let's go with medium here. So we should be turning off soon because we're getting really close to the 60%. Okay, there it goes. And it turned off. All right, very cool. So let's set the humidity a little higher. Let's say 70, and we'll continue. And it turns back on and starts humidify. Now we should start having heat. So all the options that are on right now, it'll cycle through them. And I could definitely tell with my hand going over it that the steam is a little bit warmer. So yeah guys, as you can see in the short amount of time that we've just been using it here, it's already very humid and I'm actually starting to sweat. So this thing is working very, very well. It's definitely putting in the humidity. Okay, so the mist right now is actually very warm, almost hot. So I bet if you turn it to the high, it'll definitely be probably too hot for sticking your hand under it. All right, so it looks like we hit 70 and it turned off. And I don't think I want to go higher than that because it already feels humid in here. So this thing's definitely doing its job and doing it very, very well. So it should be turning on since, you know, the humidity dropped below 70. And there it goes, it comes back on. So let's check out this remote right quick. So we do have a little clear tab we have to pull out so the battery can connect. So we have all of our controls on the remote as we do on the machine. So that makes it very nice that you can control it. Max and minimum button here. And you can see guys, it worked great. By the way guys, the humidity threshold goes to 80%. So it doesn't go over 80. 80 is already quite humid. So yeah, this is the controller, very cool. As you can see guys, this thing is quite impressive and very easy to use. I mean, it doesn't take much to, you know, set it up and get going. Just put water in it. The controls are very intuitive and you got yourself a really nice humidifier. So it has all the functions you would want, plus the hot and the cold, the timer. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the heating because it's just getting warm in here now. Alright guys, so this is the Elechomes humidifier. It's definitely a very nice one with a large capacity. So if you're looking for a humidifier, this is an excellent choice. So I'm definitely giving this thing a thumbs up. And if you're interested in getting one just like this, I'm going to have some links in the description. Check that out from Amazon. And if you enjoyed this video, then hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this and a lot of other stuff I got coming up and you're not subscribed to this channel, then hit that subscribe button. And as always, thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.